Hi guys, welcome back. We are flooded with news this morning. The Asian markets are actually looking pretty good. The Japanese market is up a whole lot this morning. Even the Hong Kong market is up about 150 odd points. Look at Japan soaring away there, up 330. Our markets, a bit of an overhang with this evolving story, but nevertheless, there are positive cues to watch. Our research team is here to give you the list of top 10 stocks. So let's go straight to them. Anuj, what would be on your list?
So two banks. First is Canara Bank. I think this whole PSU bank rally may extend after those numbers from Bank of Baroda, and Canara Bank actually is yet to come out with numbers and was the one which saw the highest delivery buying. Yesterday we spotted Indian Bank that gained big intraday. I think these kind of names where the risk reward perhaps is in your favor. Yes Bank I think could be interesting because it's showing some kind of double bottom at around 180, and what I was watching out for was that the poor results did not break the recent lows. When that happens, normally stocks are in for some kind of pullback or counter trend rally. So that's something that I'll watch out for as well.
Okay. Well, if the RBI dispensation changes, then maybe the view on Yes Bank also will change. We don't know. Well, Ekta, Dr. Reddy's.
Well, negative news, Lata, coming in for Dr. Reddy's. Remember their Duvara facility, which has basically been under warning letter since November of 2015. So its second re-audit since 2015 just got completed yesterday and was issued 8 observations by the US FDA. So this is definitely going to go down as a negative for Dr. Reddy's. Don't know the type of observations, but remember that the last time they got inspected in March 2017, there were 13 observations issued by the US FDA. So maybe that will be a negative for sure for Dr. Reddy's.
Okay, thanks for that. Well, good numbers from Bank of Baroda. There's been an improvement in asset quality. Abhishek?
Well, Sonia, they have arrested the high slippages. So the fresh slippages are at 7-quarter low. And even if you look at the gross slippages, they are down by about 21% on a sequential basis. The gross NPA on account of lower slippages and better recovery in absolute value declined by close to 1.5%, while as a ratio, it declined by close to 68 basis points to about 11.78 versus 12.46%. The loan growth at 12% was the highest in last 10 quarters, largely led by the domestic loan growth, which was at 20% plus. So overall, strong set of numbers.
Okay, strong set of numbers from Bank of Baroda. Let's see how the stock reacts because it's been rallying for 2-3 days, but still perhaps had beaten down levels. 110. The recent low, of course, was 93, 94, thereabout. Anisha, Cummins numbers look good?
Oh, well, very good. It is the highest ever sales that the company has reported in this quarter with a revenue growth of 30%, and internals look even better. A 30% plus growth in domestic, a 20% growth as far as the exports are concerned, and the brokerages have given a thumbs up. For example, Macquarie believes that a re-rating will follow and there will be consensus upgrades to the stock. They like the fact that the margins are back to the 16 to 17% mark. Deutsche Bank says they expect some upside risk to the export guidance that the company had given. Just a bit of caveat, Q1 was bad as far as domestic business is concerned, so maybe there was some bunching up of orders, but we'll have to wait back for the management commentary for that. Back to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Tech Mahindra numbers also came after market hours. Rima?
Well, Lata, it was a mixed bag. So revenue missed expectations, but on the flip side, margins beat. So on the top line, the constant currency growth at 0.4% was lower than estimates, lower than what peers have reported. And the key reason for the miss was a sharp decline in their healthcare vertical. The management said if you strip that out, growth was actually at 4.3%, which is higher than peers. But on the other side, the positives in the numbers were, one, there was a bounce back in the communications vertical, a growth of 4.3%. Secondly, highest ever deal wins at $550 million. And thirdly, a margin improvement of 230 basis points to 15.3%. In fact, if you see, margins for the company have improved by nearly 700 basis points from Q2 of FY17. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot for that. Well, a lot of other numbers coming in post-market hours, Pidilite, Tata Global, etc. Mangalam is here with that list. Mangalam, over to you.
Right, so for Pidilite, it was a top-line beat while operational miss came about. So domestic volume growth came in at 11%. We were working with a number of 8 to 10%. The revenues grew by 15%. However, the EBITDA came in lower, 3% lower, and the net profit also declined. So crude as well as currency playing an impact out there. The management has taken a few steps to rationalize that. So let's see how that goes about. Tata Global, poor set of numbers. Revenue growth of just 4%. EBITDA came down by about 22%. The net profit grew by about 1.5%. That's primarily on account of higher other income. income. Any which way you cut it, weak set for Tata Global. As far as Cognizant and the IT space is concerned, Cognizant was down 4% on the NYSE yesterday, and they've lowered their CY18 revenue guidance to 8.6 and 8.9. This compares with 8.4 to 10.1. So that should have an impact on the IT stocks.
Okay, lowers the revenue guidance. That could have, but well, if the rupee falls, then it's a different issue. Sonal, you have some results on your radar. Blue Star, NFL, big ones.
Yes, absolutely, Lata. I'll start with Blue Star. Well, for that company, the AC segment top line was quite weak, declined by 9% on a YY basis. Margins almost half to that 2.5% level. Also, the management commentary is quite cautious. They say that market continues to be sluggish. IRB Infra also came up with its numbers. The margins have declined to 46.7% versus 47.8%. Net profit is also down by around 25%. So, weak set of numbers coming in from IRB Infra. NFL also, it was an operational miss. The margins declined by 150 basis points because of higher raw material costs and also higher power and fuel costs. Torrent Power, on the other hand, reported good set of numbers. Profits came in higher than the estimates at 400 crore rupees. So that is good for the company. JK Tyre, the numbers came during the dying hours of market. The stock also rallied, but very strong set of numbers reported. India business margins, they rose to 10.8% versus 3% on a YY basis. Back to you.
Okay, well, good set of numbers from JK Tyres. But Nigel is also here. He has, of course, he'll tell us about Coal India, but a couple of more stocks on your list, Nigel.
Well, the stock that we're talking about is Coal India. I remember yesterday, last few minutes of trade or last hour of trade, the stock saw a sharp downtick. Now, there's an OFS that's opened up. Today, it will be, in fact, for non-retail, and tomorrow onwards, it will be for retail. They're looking to sell roughly around 18 crore shares odd at around 266 rupees. So it's at a sharp discount to yesterday's closing price. The stock should open up lower. For retail investors, they can subscribe tomorrow. 20% of this issue is reserved for them, and they can get it at 5% discount to the cutoff. The valuation-wise, well, it's supportive to sell it at around 266 rupees. A lot of cash in the books on a PE basis and EV upon a beta basis as well. It's quite good. It's an opportune time because importing coal has got more expensive as well. In terms of Tata Steel, well, that stock should be under some pressure. The European Commission has raised various red flags, and in fact, they'll be, starting off a probe. The outcome will be known in the next 90 days. So why is it negative? Because it could delay the possible JV with ThyssenKrupp. So that's most important out there. And remember, they were likely to transfer nearly 20,000 crores to this JV. So keep an eye out on that stock. Initially, should open up with a bit of a downtick. Back to you.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. So here's a quick recap then of our top stocks to watch today. Canara Bank, Yes Bank, Dr. Reddy's, Bank of Baroda, good numbers. Cummins, good numbers. Tech Mahindra, mixed bag. Pidilite, Tata Global Beverages. The Nifty IT Index, Blue Star, NFL, IRB Infra, Torrent Power, Coal India on the OFS and Tata Steel. We'll take a quick break. There is a lot of volatility expected. That's what the SGX Nifty is suggesting. How do you wade through all of that? Ashwini Gujral, Sudarshan Sukhani and Mitesh Thakkar will tell you.